Hello everybody, how you doing? This is Larry Slappy from Chevalier Real Estate. I got some information I want to share with you that might help you navigate through this financial situation that we're all under. They issued a stay-at-home order that stopped a lot of us from being able to work, so bills just don't stop. So it's about four things I want to share with you that might be able to help you. Number one, you might want to call all of your creditors, such as your car payment, your insurance, medical insurance. Make sure you keep up your life insurance policy. They are kind of quick to try to cancel those policies. You also want to make sure you check on your car insurance and your car payments. So those are some of the things. That's number one, what you might want to check into. Number two, you might want to call your utility companies, such as your power, your PG&E or your FP&L, whichever state you're in, and you want to look at those utility companies. The water company, you might want to call water and wastewater. You might want to go and call your local city and see if they can actually extend your payment or give you a break on some of those, or find out what they have available for you. Also, number three, your landlords. Your landlords, they're going to want their monies, but they probably can't collect the monies because they have to understand that we're all in this together. So they're not trying to be rude, but they have a mortgage payment to pay also. What you need to do is call your landlord, tell them about the situation that you are personally under, and see if they could go and call their lender, and they might be able to pass some of those savings on to you that they get from their mortgage company and or lender. And the fourth thing I want to tell the mortgage holders, the homeowners, you might want to call your mortgage company and see if they can do something. Right now they're issuing out forbearance, and usually these forbearances, you don't have to, it's not like a big qualification like you got to qualify for anything right now, because under the state that we're under right now, so they're giving out these forbearances, but you need to understand what a forbearance is. A forbearance is not saying, okay, you don't have to pay. A forbearance is like, okay, I'm going to sustain or suspend or make some type of adjustments. So when you call, you want to see if you really need the forbearance, because whatever deal that the lender is giving you is on an agreement, you have to pay them back. It's not saying you don't have to pay. So when you call and ask about the forbearances, you might want to call and say, okay, how much do I have to pay, or how long am I going to get? They're most likely going to give you anywhere from 90 to 180 days. But they're not saying it's going to be forgiven. So if they're going to give you a 90-day forbearance, number one, do I have to pay the lump sum back at the end of that forbearance period? That's one question you should ask. Number two, you could say, okay, I tell you what, I can't pay it all back at this time, but can I pay increments and increase increments for a certain amount of time so that I can catch up at the end of my forbearance period? Or number three is a good option. If they would take it, you should go and ask them, look, I tell you what, can you extend the term of my mortgage and add that payment, the forbearance payment, on the end of my note, on the end of my pay period, so that I can go and make sure I can stay in my home. If you don't need the forbearance, don't take it. A forbearance is not a loan modification. A forbearance is just, I'm going to suspend this for a certain amount of time, and then I'm going to come back and get my money. So I want everybody to stay safe. Look at the options. If you have any questions, give me a call, and let's go and see if we can make this thing work.